Hello and welcome to the third edition of ET Legal Global Legal Convention. We're live from Mumbai, and today we're joined by Ms. Tulika Jesrani, General Counsel and Director at Kimberly-Clark. Welcome to the event, Ms. Jesrani.
Thank you so
My
much.
first question, you just walked out of a panel discussion with all the women leaders in the legal space. How has your experience been so far? What would be your key takeaways from the discussions you were a part of?
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. The session itself was fabulous, led by so many women leaders talking about women leadership today. Right. So it's a great topic for us to kind of keep engaging on. And I'm so grateful to ET for having it as one of the panel discussions, right? And for having people like us, from different parts of the sectors and different industries talk about it. Because, like I said on the panel as well, the fact that we are still kind of talking about it, it means two things to me. One is that, we have made great progress in this direction. 20 years ago, 2 decades ago, I'm sure we wouldn't probably find panels like this in conferences where women leadership was being talked about so open. But at the same time, it also tells me the second thing, that the journey isn't over as yet. There's so much more for us to do. The right conversations are so important, and therefore, such conversations, such panels, what ET is doing here, it becomes so much more relevant to keep up the momentum and keep the ball, so we keep the ball rolling for everyone.
Sure,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
on us to drive such discussions. On that note, a quick question. Like you said, we've made a lot of progress. What do you think can, push more women into the legal space in terms of litigation and corporate? What kind of push do you think can given towards?
Uh, I think to pick up law as a subject of that you want to pursue, of course it has to come with a lot of, you have to have maybe some interest, some passion for the topic itself, the subject itself. It's not something that can be forced down your throat for you to learn, grasp, and then implement, because big part of our what we study, big part of our profession is also applying it, implementing it almost every single day, right? So it has to come from within somewhere. And I think for us, it's a responsibility. Like even for when we passed out from law colleges more than 2 decades ago, someone paved the way for us. Someone guided us in the right direction. Right? We did not pass out of law schools with an absolute clarity. Oh, this is where I want to head. Because if I look at my career trajectory, myself, I have done litigation. Then I have moved law firms. I have switched to corporate side. Then I have moved to in-house. Now more than 2 decades, I have been in-house here. In on this side of the legal function. So the right guidance, the right people, right mentors, right sponsors, that's very, very important for us to kind of keep connecting with at every stage of our career. And it's very important for leaders such as myself, people who have gone through the journey, they're leaders today themselves. It's very important that we start paving the way for the younger generations who are coming in the form of mentoring, sponsoring, guiding, open discussions. So that's very important, I think.
Meaningful, Mr. Shani. Over to my next question. I'll talk about Digital Personal Data Protection Act. It's been into effect from November, 18 months to go about it. What do you think the industry should prioritize in order to go about the compliance?
Well, the priorities are. I don't want to comment on industry specific priorities because it's so different for each one of us in certain ways. But overall, I think the main target that DPDPA is set out to do is to create this privacy by design kind of a model, right? Transparency around privacy. So that's a great step towards that, I feel, and it's important that all the organizations, we kind of incorporated, or we become compliant with it, not just from a compliance point of view but from a consumer trust building point of view. That's very important, because where is your consumer sitting today? With the increasing digital engagement, that's where the consumers are, right? So you have no option but to build in transparency, to build in the trust, and I think DPDPA is a great step towards that.
Sure. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts.
Thank
Stay
you.
tuned with us for all the updates coming your way.